Nouakchott used to be a fishing village and home to a few hundred. Since it became the capital of Mauritania, the population has soared to about 1 million, and it faces so many environmental problems. The sea level is rising, the coast is eroding, and lots of sand has been removed from the dunes for use in construction, weakening defenses against the ocean. Sharon, is the whole city going to be washed away?
I certainly hope not. Environmentalists are doing their best to protect the city. They are getting young people involved and working to stabilize the coast and the dunes. Let's take a look.
A lone palm tree among rows of dusty buildings. Trees and plants in general are rare here, making shade a luxury in the Mauritanian capital, Nouakchott. Those seeking respite from the beating sun have no choice but to huddle in the thin shadows cast by buildings. But that's all about to change, at least in this street. A group of local young people are set on completely redesigning it. They've developed a model for the street as they foresee it. Make the City Green is a project run by the city's cultural centre, together with a German development agency.
We've suggested planting trees on the street. They'll provide shade, but if we put benches around them, they'll also provide a place for school pupils to hang out together. We're also discussing a possible ban on cars driving down the road.
The problem is that people here chop down trees for their animals, which isn't good. There's a lack of understanding here that trees and plants are important for the climate.
The city council needs to start doing its bit too, clearing away the rubbish and spreading awareness about the issue.
And Nouakchott has many other problems to deal with. The city is built on a salt flat. Large parts of it are below sea level. And when it rains here, it pours, turning the dusty ground into a huge lake and streets into rivers.
Our main concern used to be siltation, but since 2009, because of climate change, water itself has become an issue. We've had flooding here that's covered 80% of the city. Water is now our biggest problem.
The young activists have collected photos documenting the flooding. Mixed up with trash and sewage, it's a breeding ground for disease. Heavy rains are becoming more common here and pushing up groundwater levels. The water literally gushes up from below into the city. And there's another threat to Nouakchott along the Atlantic coast, close to the city. For years, the German development agency GIZ has been working with local NGOs to try and curb this homegrown problem.
Large amounts of sand have been removed for use in construction work. Nouakchott has expanded massively in recent years. It's only really existed since 1958, and back then it had a population of just 500. Today it's 1 million, which has meant a lot of sand being removed for building work. That's created gaps in the dunes and levelled them, so those that we still have need to be stabilised.
Tamarisk bushes have now been planted on 50 hectares of dunes. They're extremely tough and able to cope with the salty water and the lack of nutrients in the sandy ground. Their job is to reinforce the dunes and protect Nouakchott from the dangers of rising sea levels.